Greg, the Uber driver. Today is Thursday, July 27th. It's about 8:02 p.m. And I wanted to educate everybody in another little foreshadowing of what I think is about to come. I had a very interesting conversation with a writer this afternoon. And one of the things that I've been waiting to see, and I don't have any concrete evidence, this is my first bit of anecdotal evidence that this is occurring, that we are going to see a reversal in trends with population. I have noticed, just looking at the registration rolls for the state of Florida, that 100,000 Democrats less are registered to vote than there were a year ago. This was from June of 23 to June of 22. That was a change. And so I've sensed, and a lot of people on my TikTok are saying they're moving out. Now, I strongly disagree with everybody moving. I think moving out only concedes defeat, and I think we can win. People need to stay here. Current registration, there are about 400,000 to 500,000 more registered Republicans and Democrats. Their total of 14.7 million total registered. There are 4 million independents and 300,000 that are affiliated with other parties. And then the rest are split between the Democrats and the Republicans. So I think there is a trend beginning to develop there. Secondly, from one of my writers earlier this afternoon, he had indicated that he's been looking for apartments for quite some time to relocate from the Palm Beach area into the Broward County area, in particular more of a Pompano Beach area that's close to his work. And he's been looking at rental rates, And he looked at them again today, and he noticed that they were several $100s a month cheaper than they were a couple of months ago. And obviously, rental rates are based off supply and demand and availability. Obviously, availability of the units and demand from the customers. And guess what? There have not been thousands of new units come online, so something else happened. So guess what? The supply must have increased for another reason. The supply has increased because the demand has dropped, and people are moving out, and the also demand for short-term rentals is dropping. Therefore, the apartments are dropping their rental rates to attract new tenants. And we're seeing a reversal in the trend of people moving to Florida. You can attribute this and thank this to Governor DeSantis. Why Governor DeSantis? They're not coming, and they're beginning to move out because of Governor DeSantis' culture war, because of Governor DeSantis' SB 1718, with potentially up to 10% of the state's workforce moving out. You can thank it with his Don't Say Gay. You can thank it with his anti-gay stance. You can thank it with his anti-African-American culture and teaching African-American history stance. You can thank it with his open permit and people concerned about that. You can thank it with his women's health stance. You can thank it with his anti-trans stance. Again, all of these things are going to cause a real estate and demographic shift in Florida, and I think it's underway now. So mark my words, you heard it from Greg Pittman, Greg the Uber driver, on Thursday, July 27th. I think the trend has started where people are moving out in significant numbers out of Florida, and it's all because of the governor. It's going to impact real estate. It's going to cause a lot of things to go on, but this has started. It'll take time for the numbers to show, but I think they're beginning to show, and I'm going to have to try to figure out where I can try to find evidence of this. But just from the drop in rental rates, that tells me right now that because they've only gone through the roof crazy. So that's the only potential